Hi friends, this video is a way to help you check in with yourself, and this is a check-in that I'm doing myself on a regular basis. And the question is your cup full? So I know that sounds like a little bit of a cliche, but really honestly checking in with yourself and seeing how you're doing on multiple levels is super important for our overall well-being. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how I do a self-check-in. And the first question that I ask myself is, have I moved or rested my body enough? So what I find, myself included, and also working with clients, is we sort of have to have a kind of all or nothing tendency. So we can either really exert ourselves in movement, perhaps exhaust ourselves, or our body feels the wear and tear of that, or the opposite is that we don't move enough, but we know that we ought to. So there's that fine balance there. Are you exercising every day, but are you also resting and recuperating as well? So the first check-in is, how is my body? The second check-in is, how is my breath? Because the way that I breathe directly affects the nervous system. So did you know that if you exhale for a little longer than you inhale, then that helps to tone the vagus nerve? And the vagus nerve is a wandering nerve that goes from our lungs and our heart and into our digestive system, all those areas that really kind of get affected when we're feeling anxious and stressed, you know, like that rapid heart beating or breath or nervous tummy. So let's try it right now. Let's take a deep breath in and then exhale for a little longer. And again, take a deep breath in. And exhale for a little longer. Now breathe normally and notice how you feel. It's like magic, isn't it? So just a few breaths each day or every few hours can make a massive difference. And even if you manage to do it once in a day, it will make a huge difference, I feel sure. The next check-in is, how is my mind? Have I given myself time to pause and be present? Or are we constantly seeking distraction? And that's so easy in our modern world, isn't it, to be seeking distraction with our phones, with internet being so readily available. We can just go on to social media or the news and we can go down a rabbit hole very quickly. And that's not necessarily good for us if we're doing that every time we have a moment. So can we give ourselves some time for pause? That's really important for our mental well-being. So that's our mind check-in. The next one is emotions. How are my emotions right now? Perhaps you can relate to this. I feel that so often we're encouraged to ignore how we're feeling and carry on regardless. And without becoming sort of overly fragile, it's really important for us to know how we feel and tend to ourselves if we're feeling out of balance. So you might not be able to do that in the moment necessarily, but if you're feeling anxious, angry, irritated, something like that, recognizing that super important. And then one of the simple things you can do is take 3 of those deep breaths to help re-regulate and bring some calmness to your emotions. And then perhaps at the end of the day, it would make sense to really tend to how you're feeling so that we're not projecting out into the world our irritations. We're coming to the world from a much more balanced and steady place. It's not that anger isn't is a bad emotion. It's actually highly appropriate many times, but sometimes we can become irrational with our anger as well. So really knowing how we're feeling is super important. And then the next check-in that I'm doing is connection. Am I connecting with people who really fill my cup on a regular basis? So for me, those type of people are people who are very present. I feel seen by them. I also see them too. We have many things in common. We lift each other up. We show up for each other when we're in times of trouble. So are you spending time with your type of people? And if you're not, it's super important for you to be spending time with your type of people. We really do thrive in a village. And if you're not coming to my yoga classes, you could come to my yoga classes. There's very much a village feel there. I have a class online on Thursdays, and then I also have local classes as well. Also, I teach a number of retreats every year, and joining those retreats is a really, really nourishing and great community experience where sincerely people make lifelong friends from there. I hear that all of the time, and myself included. I'm making friends from those retreats as well. Okay. The next check-in is, are you experiencing joy on a regular basis? Are you doing things just for the fun of it, just because you love it? No sort of agenda, just for the love of it. It's really important for us, just like children, to have fun. So are you having fun in your week? Maybe it's not something that you do every day, great if you could, but every week are you having fun? And then the final check-in is, are you having time in stillness? So this is not lying on the sofa and again scrolling through social media, which is a thing that so many of us are doing on a very regular basis, but are you allowing yourself true stillness? So from a yogic perspective, that stillness would look like meditation, watching the breath. And it would also look like shavasana, where we lie down, cover ourselves in a blanket, and spend time relaxing, calming our nervous system, letting go of doing. So classically, when I first started practicing yoga back in the 90s, we were doing shavasana for 20 minutes, and that would have been in an hour and a half class. So over the years, that shavasana has got cut down and cut down and cut down. I have videos on YouTube with nice long shavasanas if you want to follow along with those. And then again, when we do retreats, we have a really nice long time doing shavasana. So that is my self check-in. Included below this video is also a link for you to download the PDF so that you can read the check-in as well. Maybe you want to print it out, stick it on your fridge or put it by your desk or something like that, so you can check in with yourself on a regular basis. Are you filling your cup up, or are you depleting yourself? And of course, we want to feel that we're comfortably full, not over full with things, and also not empty as well. Well, my dears, I hope that that was helpful, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Take care of yourself. Thank you for joining me. For a more personalised experience, hop onto my website to see what's on offer, and to contribute to the production of these videos, see the link below.